Look, Spielberg, I get you're probably the greatest filmmaker to ever live, but did you really need to make me feel insecure about the films I made in high school?
Leads? Hell, I've got leads. Just like when I had the lead in the middle school race on the track. But just like that race, I'll listen to Jenny Binglebomb and get ridiculed for all my days and nights. All tears, all nightmares.
Okay, maybe you have a point. The Fabelmans was co-written and directed by Steven Spielberg and is inspired by his life growing up as he discovered his love and passion for film amidst the struggle of his parents' marriage falling apart, as well as dealing with difficulties in his own life. I know to some this might be controversial what I'm about to say, but I think this is now my favorite film from Spielberg. The Fabelmans is a beautiful, funny, heartbreaking, but also uplifting story about what happens when we pursue our dreams and why we need to take the leap and chase them. It's no surprise that with practically every Spielberg film, aside from one, the cast in this is absolute perfection. Michelle Williams and Paul Dano as Spielberg's parents are absolutely fantastic and give us some career best performances from the two of them. Rather than portray them as an obvious couple that will leave each other by the end, Spielberg plays them much more subtly and allows the audience to see the tiny moments begin to pile up that lead to the ultimate decision they make by the end of the film. It leads to some truly great moments from the two of them, with Michelle giving one of the best performances of her career here. Everyone else in the cast, from Gabriel LaBelle, who plays a Spielberg-type character here, to even Seth Rogen, give outstanding performances. You really believe this is a real family, and you feel for them as they struggle to come to terms with the hardships of their lives, and you really feel for Sammy as he's conflicted with following his passions or try to keep his family together as best he can. Everything on a technical level, from its cinematography to its quiet but beautiful score from John Williams, create a world that's born from love rather than anger like a story like this typically would. Spielberg and co-screenwriter Tony Kushner avoid the typical tropes that come with stories about families going through divorce or the tortured artist conflicted on what to do, and portray these stories with love and a feeling of nostalgia rather than hate and anger. The true success to this movie, in my eyes, is how Spielberg portrays how and why he fell in love with cinema. Like most people that pursue art in some way, it becomes our obsession, and it's all we can think about night and day. Whether you're a filmmaker, a game designer, an artist, a singer, your mind is constantly wandering and thinking, even in the most normal of moments, how can I turn this into art? Sammy throughout the film is trying to make the best art that he possibly can, but is constantly met with the challenges of his father not understanding why he loves it so much and the struggles of everyday life. There's a great speech from Judd Hirsch, who plays his great uncle in this, that leaves a message about how if you love art, you're going to follow it one way or another, but you'll hurt your loved ones in the process. Films about following your passions often never have a message like that, so it was really interesting to see Spielberg deliver this kind of idea to the audience. There's no sugarcoating it. If you love what you do, then do it, but be prepared for people to get hurt in some way. I also love how Spielberg shows the audience how film is able to capture not just what our eyes normally don't want to see, but how it's able to shake and change a person to their core. There are some spectacular moments where this occurs, and it's nice to know there's a film out there that can explain what is often so difficult to explain about why I love film. The Fabelmans, in my eyes, is Spielberg's best film. Everything from the performances to the beautiful but heartbreaking story to its surprising themes and messages, it creates a one-of-a-kind film that only someone like Spielberg can make. If you're a fan of Spielberg's, a filmmaker, or just a lover of incredible movies, then make The Fabelmans your top priority to see. I'm going to give The Fabelmans a 10 out of 10.